Described as a horrific scene is still unfolding at this hour inside a sprawling high school in Parkland, Florida, after police say a former student opened fire with a gun. And just moments ago, the sheriff there confirmed that at least 17 people are dead. The sounds of shots followed by a ringing alarm forced some students and teachers to barricade in classrooms. Others ran to safety as the nation once again witnessed the awful images of students, hands raised, fleeing from an American school, along with the emotional reunions of children and their anguished parents. NBC's Tammy Leitner is on the scene and has the latest.
Horror in the classroom. Terrifying gunshots near the end of the school day. Students posting videos on social media as a shooter opened fire at Stoneman Douglas High in Florida, north of Fort Lauderdale.
I have the gunshot victim.
This is a catastrophic, unbelievable catastrophic day in Broward County history. It was devastating. I'm sick to my stomach.
Streaming out of the building, single file, hands in the air. Images reminiscent of Columbine and so many other recent shootings. Yes. Officials calling it a mass casualty incident.
I'm coming out to the east side of the casualty and he's over to the other side.
Some of the victims treated on the sidewalk outside of the school.
One of my friends, got out to one of the windows when he was running over here to go to his mom. He looked all shaken and stuff, and he said he did see 2 dead bodies.
With the shooter described as a former student, still at large. Scared students sheltering in place, texting their loved ones.
She was sending us texts like saying, I love you, I'm sorry, and all that because she didn't think she was going to make it.
Worried parents desperately waiting for news, many racing to the school.
And he told me, we're still here. We hear gunshots outside of the classroom.
Nearly 2 hours after the terror began, a suspect taken into custody and transported to a nearby hospital.
Oh, not because I have my son with me. I just thank you, Jesus. Yes, I was very worried.
It's the worst feeling for parents to go through.
As police sweep the campus for other possible threats, distraught families try to come to terms with another American tragedy.
We have just learned that 17 people died in this school shooting, both teachers and students. And this is still a very active scene out here. Police are still sweeping the school, and parents are still showing up here at this school, still looking for their students.
We know that at least 14 to 18 more were injured and taken to the hospital, but we've heard several fatalities. We've heard a few fatalities, and now we've got the sheriff of Broward County telling us 17 people died. We don't know if they're students. Unfortunately, our audio has failed here, so we can't get the details on the report.
That's just the worst possible scenario. We were talking about multiple fatalities. I mean, as Ari mentioned earlier, 1 is just too much, but 17 is just devastating. It's devastating.
You send your child to school thinking this is the safest place they're going to be.
Well, obviously that is on a loop, and you can see the fear and imagine the fear as those students and staff listened to those shots. It sounded like semi-automatic weapons fire, bang, 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 bang. And those folks crowded behind desks right there taking cover, obviously wondering where it's coming from and where they can be for to find.
How are you doing? What subject do you teach, and how close were you? What happened?
I'm doing okay. I just managed to get home. I teach newspaper, teach journalism, and English and creative writing. And when this started, I was on the opposite side of campus. A fire alarm went off, and we went to evacuate like we're supposed to, like we're trained to do. And then as we were making our way out of the building, security was telling us that it was a code red, and that means an active shooter. So we turned around, went back to the classroom, and then we went into the closet, and we went to the closet with 19 students. and we stayed in there, waited until the SWAT team came to get us.
And how does that work for all of us who've watched this scene and sadly, along with too many other school shootings, you're huddled together, you did the right thing, you have responsibility over the students with you. They come in and identify themselves and you yell out so they know there's no bad guys in the room. You yell out that you're hiding in the closet.
Right, well, we heard noise and we didn't know what it was. So we, stayed in the closet quiet, and then we heard movement in the room, and then we heard them shout out that, this is the police, is anyone in here? And then we sort of, slowly opened the closet door and said that we were there. But my door is always locked, and so my door was locked. So in order for someone to get in there, they should have a key. So they had us come out of the closet one at a time, with our hands up. And then they, went through our building one classroom at a time, clearing them and having other kids and teachers come into my room. And then we ended up with over 150 students, in my classroom and 6 teachers. And then we waited until they gave us more instructions, and then we went to another location, and then we were taken off campus.
Did you have to surrender any belongings? We've seen so many people come out and have to put their backpacks and purses on a big pile.
Yeah, so when we first came out of the school, they had all the kids put their bags on a pile, and they told the kids that they'd get them.